What's going on, guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to the video for Monster Hunter Rise, and it is that time of the week again. We are talking about the community poll. This week's topic was all about your preference when it comes to playing Monster Hunter. Do you prefer to play on the home consoles, sit in your sofa, enjoy it on the big screen, or do you prefer to play portable so you can take it wherever you want, whether you are on a plane, on a train, in the toilet? Doesn't matter, wherever it is. That was the question this week, and 51,000 of you voted, and it was quite an overwhelming result this time, with 66% of you saying you prefer to play it on home consoles, 21% of you saying you prefer to play portable, and 14% of you choosing the meh option, which doesn't necessarily encapsulate exactly what we were talking about. It's kind of more sort of the running joke entry into the polls, but that basically is your answer for, I don't really care, I just want to play Monster Hunter no matter where it is, even if they put it on mobile, I'll be there. That was kind of the reason. So, as we always do, we're going to discuss the results this week, talk about what you guys said on the in the comments from both sides of the discussion, and kind of just sort of encapsulate your feelings on this topic. However, before we get started, I want to let you guys know we worked with an awesome artist, someone that we kind of worked with on our Twitch stuff, to make some incredibly cool emotes for YouTube this time. Monster Hunter emotes, Arekkz Gaming emotes, just channel kind of specific ones, and we've turned on YouTube memberships. It's kind of like a, think of it like Twitch subs for YouTube. If you guys want to do it, completely optional, but we've got some really cool emotes there, so if you guys want to be able to drop them in the comments, you want to be able to drop like that first emote, or the car emote when invariably I die in Monster Hunter, then you can do just that. They are super cool, and again, completely optional, but if you guys want to do that, you can go to the channel and you can become an Arekkz Gaming member. We even have some cool badges for that stuff, which range from simple wooden badges all the way up to, bronze, silver, gold, and maybe we'll add even more later on down the line. So, if you guys like the sound of that, you want to become an Arekkz Gaming member, you want to support some of the stuff that we do, then, yeah, go and check it out. Super cool, and I hope you guys like it. We did it for you, so yeah, check it out. But anyway, let's move on to the topic of the week. So, as mentioned, the topic this time was, where do you prefer to play Monster Hunter? Home console, portable, or in between? So let's kick it off with one of the comments who said, I personally don't care, as long as people don't start being babies about it and saying that the game should only belong on either PlayStation or handheld. And it's true, I completely agree with this. The game doesn't belong anywhere. You know where the game belongs? In our hearts. That's true. As hunters, the game belongs. That is the only console for Monster Hunter where the game belongs. Inside, in our hunter's soul. Sentimentality to one side, it's true. Like, I know the game obviously started on PlayStation, started on home consoles, but it has gone through its journey. It went from PlayStation, over to Nintendo, back to all the consoles, now back there again. Honestly, Monster Hunter is like water. It is fluid. It just goes wherever we'll support it, wherever we can hunt, it's fine. Now, obviously, there were a couple of comments that, I appreciate the meh option maybe wasn't as explicitly clear as it could have been. Some people were like, where is the option for give me all the Monster Hunter, or I just want more Monster Hunter? That was basically your answer. For future polls, just know that if there is an meh option, it's basically, I'm just on the fence, I just enjoy both, I just want more Monster Hunter. That's basically what your answer is. However, interestingly, you might sort of think, oh, everybody that prefers it on console is just going to be someone that started in World. That doesn't necessarily always have to be the case. In fact, a message from Kyle said that he specifically only kind of got into Monster Hunter with World, so obviously he only knows consoles, but he himself is very excited for the portability of Rise. And that is definitely one of the things that I have, I think back to a lot of my memories of Monster Hunter, I think back to a lot of my fondest gaming memories in general, while a lot of my sort of favourite games are still on consoles. A lot of my kind of memories that sort of, my fondest gaming memories tend to be from like handhelds. Like I love my DS, I love my Game Boy Advance, my SP, my 3DS, like all my handheld consoles. I just sunk so much time into playing them, and I've always liked, again, I think, for someone like me, I've always kind of valued gameplay first, sort of visual second, so I've just always liked the idea of being able to take my console with me no matter where I go, especially, before we were in lockdown and we were actually able to travel. Then it was a game changer when, of course, you're sitting on a long plane journey, and let me tell you, Monster Hunter is the best game to play on a plane, because your journey, you're like, I need to fly for 8 hours, cool, let me get some hunts done. Before you know it, you're landing. It's great. Whereas some other games, they just don't pass the time in the same way. Anyway, that's on one side. Some people are excited about the potential to kind of like switch over to a new platform. That's very cool to see. However, a comment from Basil actually said, this one's actually really cool. In fact, this should be a standard for gaming in general, moving forward, for every game, forever. He said, I wish both. I wish we can get crossplay and cross-save on any platform for the next Monster Hunter game. Yes, 100%, right? I know that, like, hardware-wise, Nintendo Switch cannot hold a candle to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and, of course, the PC, but this just needs to be a standard, right? We've got to the point where we don't need to have these kind of isolated gaming community anymore. Like, cross-play, cross-save should be a standard. I want to be able to, like, play Monster Hunter on my PlayStation and then suddenly go somewhere else and be like, oh, let me just download my save on my Xbox because it happens to be in my front room, and then go and jump over to somewhere else. That would be cool. And also, you know, the Nintendo Switch, while hardware-wise it might not be able to manage it, one thing they have done kind of recently, which is quite interesting, for games like Hitman 3 and Control, they actually let you play the fully fledged version on Switch via a streaming service. Now, yes, of course, that does mean you need to be on the internet, but it does then mean that a game that is technically too demanding for the console can still be experienced. So maybe that's something they could look into in the future if it comes to, you know, letting people play the next Monster Hunter game, whether that's like World 2 or like, I don't know, Fireborn or whatever they decide to call it, then that could be kind of cool. Now, I think one of the sort of common sentiments tends to be, like, when it comes to sort of talking about portable gaming, one from Michael, he said that one of his fondest memories of Monster Hunter is back when they used to do LAN parties. And he said, I'm glad this is a possibility again with the new Portal release. And 100%, like, this I definitely love so much. Like, again, for me, I started with Freedom Second, so I've always known portable monster hunting. Like, for the majority of my monster hunting history, I have spent playing that on a portable console in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, those kind of LAN memories, definitely some of the best. Like, I think I mentioned this before in various different videos, but back when Freedom Unite came out, Capcom set up a gathering hub in London. It was open for about a month, and it was basically just like a big 3-floor building with beanbags, free drinks, and you just go there and play Monster Hunter with different people on PSP. It was super cool, and those are some incredible memories. Fast forward to like the Generations launch, we kind of like got to, you know, sit down there and play some games together. So yeah, honestly, the sort of community aspect of sitting together, setting up your little sort of local parties. I know you can still do it online now, you know, thanks to online gaming, we can still play with loads of other people, but there is something just kind of about getting your console out, sitting down, and just enjoying it there and then. Now, obviously, following on from there, there have been a few more comments that, generally speaking, the sort of running trend tends to be that people really like the freedom that Portable gives you, the fact that you can play it everywhere. You know, maybe you don't necessarily always have like a big TV to sort of sit down on. Maybe if you've got like a shared family room and they want to watch the TV, then of course, you know, being portable, you can just go and sit in the corner and play it. So that tends to be the running theme. Now, obviously, comment from Bias Mushroom says he prefers controller. Fair enough. I mean, obviously, the Switch version does have a controller, but he said that if he had his own way, then of course it would be PC because of mods. Now, mods obviously do make things incredibly awesome, sometimes at least. I mean, sometimes I look at mods and I'm like, why would you... I mean, mods are cool, right? Mods give us some great stuff. Some of the stuff out of World and Iceport is fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, I can completely agree. It's cool to have those options, and definitely something that the mod community gets up to is they be wild sometimes. And then finally, to round it out, a quick comment from Trist. Again, said that, I like the freedom of being able to go to a friend's house and relax while making memories playing games like Monster Hunter. Some of my most treasured memories are at school during my lunchtime trying to farm Rathalos in Monster Hunter Generations. This was, of course, until my school banned electronics for no good reason. You know what? That kind of reminds me of... it wasn't even a Monster Hunter memory. When the DS first came out and it launched with Mario 64, I was playing it in the back of my maths class. And, well, in fact, it wasn't even me. It was my friend's console. I was playing his console in the back of maths class, playing some Mario 64. It then got confiscated. And, I mean, I felt kind of bad because I got his console confiscated. That was also the super strict maths teacher. Random tangent. We had a maths teacher who, until you got to the very end of school, would only ever refer to you by your last name. And then when you finally got to the last, kind of, in the UK it's called sixth form, he would then switch over to using your full name. It's like you'd ascended and he's like, now I respect you. So yeah, anyway, he confiscated the DS. He got it back eventually, but sad face. But yeah, anyway, it's interesting as well, because despite the fact that the overwhelming poll results suggest that most of you prefer it on home consoles, most of the defenders in the comments are portable. Seems like you guys are the most vocal. You're like, I want to play anywhere, whereas the other guys on home consoles are like, let me just vote and keep moving. So anyway, main thing is, I think it's fair to say that irrespective, we all just want to play Monster Hunter. I'm very excited for Rise. I'm personally, again, as somebody that has spent most of my Monster Hunter history playing on portable, and I mean, I know I'm a massive Nintendo fanboy, so there's definitely some bias there, but that's why the Switch is perfect for me, because I get the best of both worlds. I can play it wherever I want, and then I can go home, dock it, and play it on the big screen. So, I'm a happy man. I'm ready for Rise. Capcom, please hurry up. I want to play this game. Anyway, that's it for the time being. That was this week's community poll. Again, remember, we're dropping one of these every single Monday to have something else to discuss. So keep your eyes on the channel on Monday for the next topic. And of course, we'll then discuss it at the end of the week. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these. Of course, don't forget again to check out the memberships if you want to grab those spicy emotes. Let us know down below if you have done so. Maybe drop a comment with the emotes. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys 269, Paradise Central and Invest More streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below. And of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.